what I'm saying? I'm in Miami.
Back to me.
Chopper right beneath me. Chopper right beneath me. What? Oh, chopper right beneath me. Chopper right beneath me. 8K with the fucking bean. Yeah, 3P. Smoking on that BG.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy SJ K-Dot, the first black super saiyan who ever on this planet. I'm back here with another video. It's your boy K-Dot. We got a video. Welcome to SJ K-Dot Sanctum. First thing, you guys go check out the new merchandise here. Fanny packs. The Rona mask. Got you guys. The Rona mask. Oh.
You could not live with your own failure.
Sheet. The Rona mask. Here. Hold up. Yeah. Cap dot. Rona mask. Yeah. Go check it out. The merchandise is in the description down below. Hope you guys will check that out. But we got this. Hey, Ben Affleck Batman will be returning to Flashpoint. You guys, Ben Affleck Batman will be returning to Flashpoint. We're going to read this article from Vanity Fair. Figure out what's exactly going on and how he's going to be integrated. I kind of had this weird expectation for Flashpoint for like, maybe Henry Cavill Superman might be in there. Maybe Aquaman might be in there. Maybe Wonder Woman. Well, Ben Affleck's Batman is going to be in there. Sorry for that. Let's get into this article now. Vanity Fair, they clearly updated the website. Oh, look at all them muscles. Batman Forever strives for a chance to set things right. That may finally happen with Ben Affleck's version of the crime fighter. The Argo director's brooding Dark Knight is coming back for one more movie, with Affleck agreeing to return as Bruce Wayne in the upcoming big screen version of The Flash, Vanity Fair has learned. Portrayals of Batman has always ignited furious debate among fans, and Affleck's selection for the part continues to provoke intense discussion. Even years after he first donned the cowl, some love him, some disparage him. Some refuse to see him in the role from the very beginning, while others consider him an underrated favorite who deserved more chances to play the role on screen. I was one of the few people that was totally down as Ben Affleck as Batman from the start. He's insane for Nolan Batman. I didn't even doubt Nolan Batman from the start. The only Batman casting I'm doubting is Robert Pattinson, and I'll honestly say that. That's the only Batman casting I'm doubting. Now, I've seen BVS. Ben Affleck's Batman looks and fights like a dope-ass Batman. But there's more to a movie than just action scenes and visuals. But the action and visuals matter too. Don't get it twisted. It all matters. The story, the action, the visuals, it all matters. When it comes to superhero films, all that shit matters. The story, the visuals, the action, the colors, all that shit matters. It all matters. To me. That's what it is. It's not one over the other. It all matters. Point blank period. Especially when we're talking about these superheroes, which is kind of action films. All that shit matters. It do. This does not disrupt the Batman film starring Robert Pattinson, who remains the future of the franchise. Ooh, the future. Ooh. The Flash movie, which is planned for the release in summer 2022, will feature fast-moving hyperhero Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller, breaking the bonds of the physics to crash into various parallel dimensions, where he'll encounter slightly different versions of DC's classic heroes. It's an adaptation of DC's 2011 Flashpoint series of comic book crossovers, directed by Andy Muschietti. You guys, Andy Muschietti, he directed the 2 It films, and he did the movie Mama. So he's a horror director, in a sense. The filmmaker behind the recent adaptations of Stephen King's It and It Chapter 2. It Chapter 2 was sauce. The first movie was better, but it wasn't completely trash, you know. That ending was weak. They talked the clown to death. You suck! Oh, I'm Pennywise and I die by words. Oh, weak Pennywise, bruh. Trash monster. Got beat up by words. Fuck, they did Talk No Jutsu and beat his ass with Talk No Jutsu. His Batman has a dichotomy that is very strong, which is his masculinity because of the way he looks and the imposing figure that he has and his jawline. Okay, stop. But he's also very vulnerable, Muschietti said in the interview. He knows how to deliver from the inside out, and that vulnerability, he just needs a story that allows him to bring that contrast, that balance. Affleck got the script and at the end of last week and agreed this week to join the project. Ooh. He's a very substantial part of the emotional impact of the movie. The interaction and relationship between Barry and Affleck's Wayne will bring an emotional level that we haven't seen before. The director added, it's Barry's movie, it's Barry's story, but their characters are more related than we think. They both lost their mothers to murder, and that's one of the emotional vessels of the movie. That's where the Affleck's Batman kicks in. Yes. Yeah, they can actually relate on that. Two dead mothers. They can relate from the trauma, the emotional trauma that has came from that. So the theme of this movie is obviously gonna be mothers. So y'all better get y'all tissues because we finna be crying. Hey, y'all better pull up with y'all We Love Our Mama shirts because we going into this movie showing love for our mamas. Cause Flash and Batman gonna be showing love for their mamas in this movie too. I'm glad to be collaborating with someone who has been on both sides of the camera too. As you guys know, Affleck is a director and a writer. Well, he's a director and a I think yes, he writes too sometimes, and he also acts, so he does 3. Affleck won't be the only Batman making a comeback. A few more of the alternate dimension heroes who turn up in the Flash movie will be figures we've seen before. Michael Keaton's Batman from the 1989 Tim Burton Batman film is also set to appear in what Muschietti said was a substantial part. As you guys don't know, Tim Burton's Batman is not one of my favorite Batmans. I like the suit. My favorite Batman is Nolan's Batman. As far as the character Batman, as far as the most action-packed Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman. He's the most action-packed, best-looking Batman. But it's gonna be nice to see Michael Keaton in here. Look, this is the movie where we're gonna see be seeing alternate dimensions. We may see an alternate Superman. We may see an alternate universe of a Shazam. We don't know. We're gonna see alternate parallel dimensions and alternate realities that are different from the current reality that Barry will be running from. So all this is just set up to something bigger anyways. This feels like remnants of building a universe. And this is what that is, because Flashpoint in the comics rebooted, and I think after that we got New 52. They ran into New 52. They rebooted the universe, brought in New 52. New 52 very mixed. Not a lot of people like the New 52, but yeah. Let's keep reading Let's keep reading. I think I'm right. Yeah. New 52 came after Flashpoint. Yeah, New 52 came after Flashpoint. There's another reason the Flash needed a character affectionately known as Batfleck in DC's movie universe. Affleck gray-templed Bruce Wayne is the one Ezra's Flash would consider the original Batman, the one he has already fought alongside in the previous Zack Snyder films. Muschietti said it wouldn't work as well for him to venture into the company of other Batman without having Affleck as a starting point. He's the baseline. He's part of that unaltered state. Before we jumped into Barry's adventure, the director said there's a familiarity there. Notice how he says he's a part of that unaltered state. So even Andy, just like us, the fans, realize DC is in a effed up state when it comes to movies. Story-wise, we are in a very effed up, unaltered state. Castings are weird. They say a movie's coming out, and then they say, oh, well, it ain't coming out no more. So no planning. There's been poor planning, rushing, but Andy Muschietti also realizes DC's in an effed up state. He knows this, and he's going to need a piece of that effed up state to fix what was already messed up, and that's Ben Affleck's Batman. DC has still other motivations for exploring this story. Batman is too vulnerable a character to follow for long, and new actors will forever be stepping into the role. By threading the concept of a multiverse into his DC storyline, Warner Bros. Is attempting to create a way for all competing factions of its fandom to coexist together. Yeah, that's cool and all. I mean, look, I'm gonna keep a buck. All right, there's a pro and a con. No, not a really. There's a positive, then there's a negative. The negative. DC's obviously trying to use the multiverse to run away from the fact that they started off making some trash, garbage, dookie movies for this DCEU, using this as an excuse to not continue with their mess like Marvel did. Marvel did the same thing. They had hits and misses, but even for the misses, they kept continuing, they kept going. They didn't say, hey, let's make a new universe. But, the multiverse, let it happen. Because, the one good thing about the multiverse, you can get so many different things and they don't have to connect. You can still have the main prime universe outside of the comics. Like, there's the Prime Earth in the comics. And then you can have a prime movie Earth, and everything else can revolve around that. You can have two Prime Earths, but we know the real Prime DC Earth is in the comics. You can have another Prime Earth, because I don't connect the movies and TVs to the comics either. I think I keep the comics separate. The movies and TVs. Now that we saw Barry Allen's Flash bridge into the CW verse is in a way connected to the movies now. Since Ezra Miller, which is smart marketing, came into the CW crossover and met up with Barry Allen, and then they left. Smart marketing on DC's part too. Very smart marketing. That's some smart ass marketing. Unlike the Marvel Cinematic Universe or Star Wars, in which everything is designed to be part of the same canon, a multiverse approach can allow projects to vary greatly in tone or feature different actors while still being threaded together. Keeping a broad coalition of fans from battling over what is legitimate is one of the biggest challenges for studios managing franchises with vast appeal and decades of history. Sony's animated Into the Spider-Verse also helped popularize the alternate dimension concept, introducing the Miles character to a host of differing Spider-Folk. And look, this is all good and well, trying to appeal to so many different people, but sometimes you can't appeal to everybody, and that's just a sad thing about it. You can't appeal to everybody. So you either stick to something and you hope that people like it, and you can throw bits and pieces that everybody likes. In my opinion, the multiverse thing is a pro, and there's a con to it. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. Everything has a good thing and a bad thing to it. That's just what it is. But bring it on. Let's see what they can do. Let's see, because look, the reason I have doubts about the multiverse, because if you couldn't get one universe right, that's going to help me think that you can make multiple universes if you can't get one right. If you can't get one right, how can I expect you to get other universes right? How can I expect that? But we're going to see what they can do. Sometimes just got to have a little bit of hope. Just a little bit of hope, guys. A little bit of hope. Just a little bit of hope. Just a little bit. Just spare a little bit of hope. Spare some hope. Spare some hope. The movie is a bit of a hinge in the sense that it presents a story that implies a unified universe where all the cinematic iterations that we've seen before are valid. Muschietti said it's inclusive in the sense that it is saying all that you've seen exists and everything that you will see exists in the same unified multiverse. That doesn't mean there aren't still intense disagreements in the fandom, and Return of the Affleck is sure to launch countless takes. I agree. Affleck was cast as Batman in the late August of 2013. The debate over his presence hasn't let up even after 2 movies with Snyder, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and Justice League, and 1 cameo in Suicide Squad. His take will also get a new approach in the famed Snyder Cut of Justice League, which will appear on HBO Max coming next year, 2021, restoring the original director's vision before the film was handed off to Joss Whedon to complete. A version of the film that seems to have left no one happy. I wouldn't say left no one happy. I didn't walk out of that movie completely hating it. There are some parts I loved and some parts I disliked. Affleck had previously signed to direct and star in a standalone film called The Batman, but ultimately left the project after saying that it demands were taking too much of a personal toll. At the time he parted ways with the film, he was also dealing with the end of his marriage to Jennifer Gardner and struggling with alcoholism. Yes, this is another reason he stepped away, due to his alcohol abuse. He has been abusing the liquor, drinking too much. He went through some rehab, and we saw him walk out. We saw him walk out of rehab looking all fit, buff, and jacked. He had a script. he had a script for something that he was working on. I think it was that recent basketball movie he did. But yeah, it was. I seen the pictures after his rehab, and he was looking good, man. He was looking good. I'll say that much. He was looking good. He came out looking good, better than I thought. I showed somebody the Batman script Affleck told the New York Times. They said, I think the script is good. Also, I think you'll drink yourself to death if you go through what you just went through again. Yeah. Last paragraph. Barbara Muschietti, the producer of The Flash and sister, and a longtime collaborator of the director, told Vanity Fair, oh, sister. Okay, brother and sister. She's a producer, tight. Told Vanity Fair she had worried this might make him reluctant to return at all. There have been all sorts of stories and things he said himself about having a very hard time playing Batman, and it had been difficult for him, she said. I think it was more about the difficult time in his life when we approached him. He's now in a very different time in his life. He was very open to it, which was a bit of a surprise to us. It was a question mark. We're all human and go through great times in our lives and terrible times in our lives, she added. Right now he's in a place where he can actually enjoy being Batman, plus he don't have to carry the entire movie. It's a pivotal role, but at the same time, it's a fun part, she said. Whoa, a fun part. Alright, you guys. So, Ben Affleck's Batman. I see this film as a film where we're going to close out Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm not sure if Ben Affleck's going to want to return after Flashpoint. I don't know. But I think this is a film where the DC is going to reboot it. They're going to keep some movies. They're going to get rid of some other movies. They're obviously not going to try and run the main DCEU with the bad films that they had. They're going to want to get rid of those and make a new narrative based around the good films. That's what I think. So with Flashpoint coming, which is a story where Barry literally messed up a universe and had to fix those effects and create a new universe based off of his own F-ups trying to save his mother. This movie, as we've seen in the article, going to be heavily themed with the theme of mothers, sons, and that relationship, and why that relationship is important to the son and the mother, and they're going to explore that in this film. So that's going to be a W because I love my mama. So this movie is gonna go straight for the heart. The heart is gonna pierce my heart. That's what it's most likely gonna do. Ben Affleck, mind you guys, he's still visually and action wise the best Batman when it comes to action and visuals. He's the most action packed you can get as Batman on live action big screen. Didn't really like his Batman as far as a character. I do not believe that Batman, going through all he went through, seeing his parents get shot, seeing his Robin died, would succumb and fall to murdering with no remorse. Batman's not that weak-minded. Sure, yeah, he still thinks about his mother and father, and that's granted. If you lose someone that close to you in your life, there's no time limit on how often you're gonna think about them and allude back to them. But even through all that trauma, Batman is still able to be Batman. No matter what. Dick Grayson could die. In the moment, Batman will get mad and turn up on whoever killed him. But Batman is not going to resort to those tactics. Because Batman is not that weak-minded. He is not. He's a logical thinking person. Can be stubborn. He can be stubborn. But he tries to use logic over emotion in certain situations. And I felt Ben Affleck's Batman was not the Batman we needed as far as character. As far as visuals and action, yeah. But like I say, the character, visuals, action, story, all that matters to me. It all need to be good. That's just what it is. It all need to be good. It all needs to work together. It all needs to flow together. It all needs to flow. That's just what it is. Just like how I expect in castings, I expect for you to look and act like the character. I need both. I can't just focus on one, because if we keep on focusing on one, then the other part is going to keep on failing if we just keep on focusing on the one and letting the other one slide. We need to be hard on all of it. Be hard or be consistent with all of it. Let's just try and do that. But hey, this movie seems like it's about to be closure for the Ben Affleck's Batman. Christina Hodson is writing this film. You guys know she wrote Birds of Prey, a very trash movie. She wrote Bumblebee, a weak ass Transformers movie. The only reason that movie's good is because of the G1 designs. Let's keep it a buck. But yeah, still a whack movie. Other than that, Bumblebee was so garbage in that movie. Iron Giant Bumblebee, trash. But maybe Christina Hodson, they're going to get other writers to help her out, because usually with certain movies they get multiple writers to work on a film. So she may not be the only writer working on it. They're probably going to have other writers. Maybe Andy Muschietti might want to dive into the script and put his own spin on it too. It's not like nobody can collaborate. Andy Muschietti might make some changes, but just know, hopefully they get some skilled writers to also help alongside her. You know, don't take all the credit, but help her out. Like, if y'all see something that don't seem right, you'll let her know, hey, Christina, let's try this. And then, you know, you let her make the decision, but also let her make the decision, but, you know, throw some seeds in there. Throw some seeds in there to get her mind going, and then she might be open to taking the idea. So throw some seeds in there. Warner Brothers, throw some seeds in there. Help her out, please. But yeah, you guys, I'm low-key kind of excited to see him again. I believe with this movie, we are going to get Robert Pattinson to be our new permanent Batman. Maybe they're going to find a way to integrate him into the DCEU. Because as Batman, they gave us this older Batman with many of his missions, his stories being already told. Dick Grayson, and the biggest disrespect with this Batman. You killed Batman's first adopted son off screen, and you're expecting me to like this shit? Zack Snyder decided to kill Dick Grayson, Batman's first adopted son, the first Robin, off screen. I thought that was Jason Todd I thought that was Jason Todd that was dead. But it was like, dang, you still kind of pouting, you still kind of sad over Jason. Like, damn, how you been 20 years in? Fuck. Damn. And it made sense. It also makes sense because, like, where's Dick Grayson in this movie? Like, Alfred's here, Dick Grayson ain't here. Like, where's everybody at? Batgirl's not even here. There's no other Robin's here, and there's no Tim Drake. It's like, it's just the last one. I'm like, nah, Dick Grayson's here somewhere. And then Zack Snyder confirms, oh yeah, I killed Dick Grayson. What the fuck? You killed Batman's first adopted son off screen. You don't do that. You don't ever do shit like that. What the fuck? Don't do that shit. Don't do that. No, not to Robin. Don't look. Robin's a sidekick. Don't disrespect Robin like that. He's the boy wonder. He's Batman's sidekick. He's one of the OG sidekicks. Like, as far as pop culture goes, Robin's like the most notable sidekick you can ever get in pop culture. Robin. You're Batman, I'm Batman, and you're Robin. Come on, y'all. You don't kill Robin off screen. And this is why this Batman, some pieces of him don't work. I don't believe Batman would ever fall and be weak and start turning to the tactics that his enemies uses. Because the point of Batman is that Batman is trying to prevent others from being killed. Batman killing goes against his mission of trying to preserve life. And look, let's say there's the difference between killing on purpose and killing in defense or killing by accident. This dude was legitimately killing people and not even being fazed by what he was doing. I'm like, what the freak, man? You don't even feel bad for what you're doing. You just killing people, shooting people with your miniguns. Like, bro, have some, what are you? Are you even human? Are you a robot? What are you? The freak. You're not even I don't even know what you are. You ain't no Batman. You ain't human. I don't know what the fuck you are. You something. You an alien. That's what you are. You acting weird. But this is the Flashpoint. I'm just gonna have a little bit of hope in it. Just gonna have a little bit of hope. Just gonna hope. Alright? And look, I get you guys don't like Ezra Miller as the Flash. I get it. I know y'all wasn't fired at that situation with that girl. I mean, look, let him have his chance with his first film. I gave Henry Cavill 3 chances, and then in his third chance, he finally gave me Superman and Joss Whedon Justice League. I gave him 3 chances. And he finally gave me Superman. I think Ezra can get 1 chance to do something, to prove himself. Because maybe Andy Muschietti might do a whole 180 with his character, you guys. Maybe Andy Muschietti might take his character and do what Joss Whedon did to Superman in Justice League. Do a whole 180. Flip the script on the character. Turn him into a totally different person. Flip the script. And I think Andy Muschietti might do that. He might flip the script and give us a totally new character. And I'm down with that. He might give us a confident Barry Allen. A more less, not dweeby, but a dweeb with some swag on him. A nerd with swag. Not a dweeb with no friends. Not that shit. Barry Allen has friends. He's a confident speaking individual. He stands upright. He doesn't cower. He ain't no punk. So, you guys, have a little bit of hope. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of hope. Have a little bit of hope. I'm not trying to say have full 100% faith. I'm not trying to say have full 100% hope. Just have a little bit. Have a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little. Have a little. Don't have none. Just a little bit. And hope that Andy Muschietti, Christina Hodson, can help deliver a fire Flash movie. One more thing. If Antony Starr is not Reverse Flash. Oh, and I heard those rumors about Reverse Flash being a girl. No. Reverse Flash better be a guy. And he better be played by Antony Starr, who plays Homelander in The Boys. Antony Starr, who plays Homelander in The Boys, better be playing Reverse Flash in Flashpoint. Because Reverse Flash is very much part of Barry Allen's story in the whole Speed Force. He's very much integrated into that. So look, you guys. Be on the lookout for Flashpoint. Try to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm giving it a chance by watching the film. I think technically we're all giving it a chance already by watching the film. Even if you doubt it, even if you are fully in support of Flashpoint coming, you going to go watch the film is you giving the film a chance. So, you're paying to see it. You're taking a risk by putting some money into it. Sometimes you gotta take that leap of faith and take that risk. Sometimes you gotta take that leap of faith. And we're going to have to take that leap of faith with this one. We all going to hold hands and take that leap of faith for the one time. So, I'm going to take it with you guys. Make sure y'all hold y'all hands with me. And we'll take that leap of faith. Don't leave me alone. Y'all better not jump. Y'all better not let me jump. And then y'all motherfuckers didn't jump. And y'all left me behind. Don't do that shit. Y'all better hold my hand. We're going to leap together. We're going to leap together into this Flash movie. That's what we're going to do. But I'm going to go in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy Kid Out, the first Black Super Saiyan to ever arrive on this planet. Go to that peace, love, positivity all the time. Don't do drugs. Check out that merch.